Hi students, good morning. Today we can start our new chapter, that is reproductive health. This is the last chapter of our first unit. What is reproductive health? Do you have any idea? In simple terms, we can define it as healthy reproductive organs with normal functions. But actually it has a very broad perspective. According to World Health Organization, reproductive health means it's a state of complete well-being in all aspects of reproduction. That means social, physical, emotional, behavioral. Okay. In this chapter, we will discuss about what is the importance of maintaining reproductive health, what are the contraceptive methods used to control the population, which are the different sexually transmitted diseases, infertility, etc. Okay, and India was the first country in the world to initiate certain action plans and programs to bring about a complete reproductive health. These programs were known at that time as family planning programs. It was started in the year 1951. Now also the programs are going on under the heading Reproductive and Child Healthcare Programs. The main objective of this program is giving awareness to the society and also provide the infrastructure to maintain reproductive health. Many governmental and non-governmental agencies are doing this through audiovisual media or through the print media. Educating the adolescents, that is also very important, because adolescents have many problems and they also have some misbeliefs or misconcepts related to sex. So give them the correct knowledge about the sex related problems. We have to teach them what are the problems of adolescents, which are the sexually transmitted diseases, the importance of safe and hygienic sexual practices, all these things. And we also have to educate the people of marriageable age as well as the fertile couples about the child care, birth control programs and the equal opportunities for male and female children, like that. And have you heard about this amniocentesis? Amniocentesis. It is a prenatal sex determination mechanism. That means before birth, we can identify the sex of the child by analyzing the chromosomal pattern of amniotic fluid surrounding the fetus. Okay, but nowadays it is being misused. It increases the female feticide. In order to check it, now there is a statutory ban on this. And in India, the population is growing in an alarming rate. Okay, it is known as population explosion. What is the main cause of that? First thing is decrease in the mortality rate. Mortality rate means death rate. Both maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate. As well as the number of people in the marriageable age is also higher. Okay, so there are many methods. Government organized many programs to reduce it. But still we can reduce it to a marginal level only. And there are many other methods we are normally following to reduce the population growth or to avoid unwanted pregnancies. Now we can study these different methods. Okay. These methods are known as the contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods. There are different contraceptive methods. First one, natural method or traditional method. Okay. Second one is known as the barrier method. Third one is IUDs. IUD means intrauterine devices. Then oral contraceptives. Oral contraceptives. Then injectables. Then implants. Then finally surgical method. Okay. So these are the major contraceptive methods used to reduce fertilization or to reduce population. Okay. First one is natural method or traditional method. Then barrier method, IUDs, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants and surgical method. Now we can study one by one. Before going to that, you have to understand one thing. Whenever a contraceptive is used, it should possess certain characters. An ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, effective, easily available. It causes less side effects. Moreover, it does not affect or interfere the sexual desire of the user. Then only we can call it as a good contraceptive method. Okay. Now we can study the first one, that is natural method or traditional method. The main principle behind this is prevention of meeting of ovum with the sperm. And there are three different processes. First one is known as periodic abstinence. Periodic abstinence. Here, you know, the total menstrual cycle is of 28 days duration. Okay. And the 14th day ovulation will occur. This is total 28 and the middle, that is 14th day ovulation normally occur. But it is not all the time the correct 14th day. 2-3 days in front of that or 2-3 days after that. So we can take from 10 to 17. These days of menstruation, it is known as the fertile period, because the chances of fertilization is more on this time. So, avoid sexual contact during this fertile period. In this way, we can prevent fertilization and pregnancy. Clear? That is periodic abstinence. Stay away from sexual contact during this fertile period. Okay. Then the second method is known as, that is also a natural method, it is known as withdrawal or coitus interruptus. Withdrawal or coitus interruptus. Here, withdraw the penis from the vagina before ejaculation to prevent insemination. That means before the semen is injected or transferred to the vagina, the penis can be removed, so that fertilization or the meeting of ovum with the sperm can be prevented. Okay, that is another natural method. Then the third method is known as lactational amenorrhea. Lactational amenorrhea. Here, when the mother is breastfeeding the baby fully, at that time, fertilization and related activities, that means ovulation and other related activities, are less. There is less chance of ovulation during intense lactation, but it is only a chance factor. That means the chances of failure is more. But the thing is, there is less side effect. There is no side effect. Okay. So these are the different methods used in natural method or traditional method. Now we can move to the second contraceptive, that is barrier method. Okay. In this barrier method, certain mechanical barriers are used to prevent the entry of sperms into the female genital tract. Normally used one is condom. Condoms are used. Okay, it is a latex or rubber sheath which cover the penis of the male. Nowadays, female condoms are also available. Okay, this condom, the use of condom nowadays it is increases because it gives some privacy. The user itself can insert it, so it gives some privacy, and moreover, one more advantage it is giving. That is, while using this, they can prevent the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. That's a major advantage with condom. And apart from condoms, diaphragms, cervical caps, walls, etc. are also available for females. Okay, these things female can use to cover the cervix. And in addition to this, some spermicidal creams, jellies, etc. are also used to give more effectiveness. For more efficiency, these things are also used.